So who wants to go?
Shall I go ahead, sir?
Yeah, why not? Okay.
Okay, sir.
Rudra avoided the Martins.
Yeah. Rudra avoided the Martins. The
Everyone
chance meeting with
remembers who this Martins is?
the restaurant guy.
Ah,
Who was
Yeah,
very serious.
the
Very
restaurant
serious.
he met and he mentioned whatever and like his whatever he was going
that is-
through.
No, that
Nail
was
polish.
safe.
Safe.
That was
Ah,
Mr. Safe.
Mr.
And
Oh,
Martins
that was
is the
Mr.
owner of
Martin.
Is the
Martins
owner,
owner of the
is the
restaurant.
owner.
owner of the restaurant.
Okay. Oh, the Goans. The Goans.
Yes.
Martins is the restaurant, no?
Yeah,
Yeah,
restaurant owner.
Restaurant owner.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So, yes, Rudra avoided the Martins. The chance meeting with Mr. Seth had really unsettled him. What has transpired 2 weeks earlier was safely tucked away into the bursting, as it seemed, compartment of Rudra going insane. He concluded that he did not need anything further to complicate his already messed up life. The pain in his head was only getting worse. Obviously, the nerves in his brain were fighting a losing battle after all the abuse they had been put through the past few years. Last night, he had dreamt about his children once again. His son was clinging to him and pleading that he not go away. Rudra could still hear the cry in his little boy's voice. It was a dark room, and his son was frightened that his mother would come in and see both father and son together. Yet the boy kept pleading that no matter how impossible the task, Rudra make some kind of peace and compromise so that father and son could be together. How does one make peace with somebody who wants a state of war? As it is only in the state of war that all the abuse, manipulations, and allegations can be justified. Rudra understood one thing clearly. Sometimes hatred was the only wall that protected people from accepting the real state of things. Till they nurtured hatred and thoughts of abuse and revenge, the mind was kept occupied. Until the mind was kept occupied, the reality of the situation was kept at bay. Thus, hatred prevented and protected people from accepting their role and guilt and their responsibility of something gone wrong. Thus, in the guise of hatred, some sort of illusionary sanity prevailed. If the hatred and anger disappeared, then there was nothing else to prevent the reality of the situation from seeping in. If hate and hysteria were let go of, then the mind would begin to work on the real cause of what went wrong. Then the individual would have to accept one's role and responsibility for the mess. It takes strength to accept one's fault, and it takes courage to accept that one has lied, manipulated, and twisted facts. Bless you. Used one's family, friend, and worst of all, one's very own children to fire a gun. Not only use little shoulders to fire, but in fact fire the gun through little bodies to hit where it hurts the most. Most people do not have such strength, character, or dignity to face reality.
Can
So,
someone try to explain what this is? Because I also missed concentrating.
sir, it is very important I felt this paragraph because yesterday night I was reading.
Why don't you
Very
restart
important.
from last night?
Sure.
Why don't you
Last
restart
night, say?
from last night? Yeah.
Last night. Okay, yes. It's a very good one. Last night, he had dreamt about his children once again. His son was clinging to him and pleading that he not go away. Rudra could still hear the cry in his little boy's voice. It was a dark room, and his son was frightened that his mother would come in and see both father and son together. Yet the boy kept pleading that no matter how impossible the task, Rudra make some kind of peace and compromise so that father and son could be together. How does one make peace with somebody who wants a state of war? As it is only in the state of war that all the abuse, manipulations, and allegations can be justified. Rudra understood one thing clearly. Sometimes hatred was the only wall that protected people from accepting the real state of things. Till they nurtured hatred and thoughts of abuse and revenge, the mind was kept occupied. Until the mind was kept occupied, the reality of the situation was kept at bay. Thus, hatred prevented and protected people from accepting their role and guilt and their responsibility of something gone wrong. Thus, in the
Just
guise of
stop
hatred,
there, stop there, stop there.
okay, okay.
Something gone wrong, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
So what is the takeaway from up to this point?
So,
Don't get so much merged into that hatred that you don't even understand the reality of what is happening and what is your role in it. You just get blinded by the hatred and have no idea what is the reality.
No,
And just
not only
no, sir,
that, there
the
is more.
hatred, the sir, जो मेरे को लगा एक बार आप बताइएगा correct है कि नहीं correct है sir. You guys help me. So what I felt about with this line is that like you become, if you accept something, you become vulnerable. You want
No,
to pretend
actually-
strong, and so you are trying to blame it on others. And you know, blame karna, wo blame kab aata hai? When you are like little bit, you know, anger, hatred, that's when come, and that is indirectly, you know, you are keeping the problems aside. Because if you start like trying to sort or, you know, solve the problems, then it starts like, you know, and then it can show that, okay, probably I was wrong, because that's when, you know, when you start sorting out and all that, and then people don't want to accept that weakness. They want to, that's a default human being thing, that they want to prove themselves to be strong. And that's why they try to avoid the problem. They try to put the problems onto others. This thing is what I understood, because they don't want to show their vulnerability. They don't want to accept their wrong, or, you know, at least try sorting out. So this was
No,
my take,
see,
like I understood.
Yeah, similar thing, but it's also like if you're having that hatred, then it also helps you to you know, feel comfortable about being justified, being right, being then all that I have done is justified, and staying in that non-reality of, it's like like he says, illusion that I am right and everything is whatever I did, because that person is wrong, because that person is horrible and I hate that. So like worth being hated, the other person is. So all whatever I've done, whatever actions I've taken is justified. And so you don't look at what is the role you played, why those things happened in the other person, because you feel that person is wrong and I am right, and so I hate that person, and so whatever I have done is justified. But when you start looking at it without the hatred in the way, then you are clearer on what exactly is happening, what is the truth, what is the reality there, what went wrong, what was my role also in the whole situation, and what is the responsibility that I have also to take in what happened.
now my take appears to be very different. First of all, one thing that is very, very clearly coming out is the mother and father are at loggerheads
Yes.
of the children, right?
Hmm.
And while the father has been able to show his maturity and accept the situation, the mother has not been able to appreciate that scenario that the father has been able to accept it. She still wants to demonstrate her superiority,
Yes.
right?
About her being right and
Yes.
him being in the wrong
Right.
also.
Now, that situation is impacting the children. That is why his son was frightened that his mother would come in and see both father and son together.
Very
That
sad.
means, right? Okay.
Hmm.
Now, because of that, he is explaining the two scenarios. How does one make peace with somebody who wants a state of war? Yeah, I mean, it's very clear who wants war and who doesn't.
Hmm.
It is only the state of war that all the abuse, manipulations, and allegations can be justified, right?
Mhm.
That means people lose their sense of sanity. Rudra understood one thing clearly. Sometimes hatred was the only war that protected people from accepting the real state of things. That means when you are blinded by the emotion called hatred, yeah, you will not be able to see any kind of a reason. And that is where your ego kicks in to protect you as an individual rather than the reality. Till they they nurtured hatred and thoughts of abuse and revenge, the mind was kept occupied. And till the mind was kept occupied, the reality of the situation was kept at bay. So why? He is explaining that scenario here very clearly. Are you getting it? Yeah? Thus, so first of all, there is some scenario you are trying to establish supremacy from that scenario. That supremacy is impacting or is resulting in you are not being able to see the reality. Thus, hatred prevented and protected people from accepting their role and guilt. So you start getting into a justification mode,
Justification.
right? क्या हो गया ये ड्राइवर को बचपन में ये नहीं दिया गया. The parents did not get him a blow horn or something like that. This Indian driver has not been given a blow horn during his childhood. He is taking revenge now. Thus, in the guise of hatred, thus, in the guise of hatred, some sort of illusionary sanity prevailed. Correct or wrong? Because you are blinded from reality, you are not being empowered to see the reality. Blinded by hatred is what he is repeating. If the hatred and anger disappeared, that means it is like a cloud. That cloud, if it disappears, then there was nothing else to prevent the reality of the situation from seeping in. If hate and hysteria were let go of, then the mind would begin to work on the real cause of what went wrong.
Exactly.
So the takeaways are when you are blinded, don't try to resolve a problem. First work on resolving your blindness.
Inner
That means
emotions.
you need to be calm for you to make something take a shape. We realize the reality so that you can act accordingly. Then the individual would have to accept one's role and responsibility for the mess. So when there is clarity only, you will get this, right? Till then, you are blinded by your ego, saying that I am right, I am okay, you are not okay. The transactional analysis by Dr. Thomas Harris. How many people have heard of that book?
Which was, sir?
Yes, sir.
I am okay, you are not
Okay,
okay.
you're okay.
I have not.
I think read about Dr. Thomas Harris. It's a wonderful book. Read it.
Yes, sir.
It
That is the one with the adult child and
Yeah,
this
it
thing,
is the
transaction.
transactional analysis. Parent, adult, child. It is your inner child and all that. That's what they're talking. It takes strength to accept one's fault, and it takes courage to accept that one has lied, manipulated, and twisted facts, used one's family, friends, and worst of all, one's very own children to fire a gun. Right? This is something that is very useful for relationship management. But the crux of it lies on the fact that you are either honest to yourself or you are dishonest with yourself. Yeah. Any comments from
And
anyone?
And to get your revenge or take your this thing out on the person you hate, you're using other people also, like the family or the friends or the
Exactly.
children also,
Yes.
and making them suffer in order to get to you.
That you are not in a position to realize, Riyaji.
Hmm.
You don't
Yeah,
really
no,
Hmm.
I'm just telling what is given in this paragraph.
correct, but you are not in a position. You are because you are already in the cloud,
Yeah.
right? The cloud is so dark that you are not able to see anything. Your horizon has been badly impacted.
And you feel right and justified in whatever you're doing.
Obviously, because you are clouded.
Yeah. Yeah.
Clouded
You
Yes.
are a
with,
frog in the well here.
huh.
You are the frog in the well. Any other question related to this para? Okay. So, Archana, next.
Well,
Hmm. So, but I was really this one, sir, when the boy says, "Oh, matter how much ever impossible it is, but please try." That was really very touching, sir.
Yes.
That boy kept pleading that no matter how impossible the task, Rudra make some kind of peace and compromise so that the father and son could be together. That was really touching. So, yes, moving on to the next page. If you empty yourself of all those thoughts and desires and greed and hate and obsessions, automatically the Spirit of the Lord enters you. Remember, in you, only one can reside, you or master. There's no place for two to rule. No matter what fault lay with Rudra, he had never manipulated anybody, never used or abused anybody, never even tried to fight for his name or against all the baseless allegations fired at him. In fact, it was because he had tried to resolve the situation, own up to his mistakes, and begin a fresh life that the present situation prevailed, that he had been tricked on the grounds of starting a fresh life hurt him more than everything else put together. He was no saint, but he never once tried to prove that he was not the devil, that he was being made out to be. All this in the hope that his children were not further caught in any crossfire. He may have slipped as a man and as a husband, but he was not the only one who had slipped. The only difference was that he had kept quiet about what he knew. His reason was simple. The one who had slipped along with him was once part of his life and an integral part of the lives of his children. How does one scream from the rooftop about something as private as that? Can one justify stabbing a pregnant woman and then later claiming that my problem was only with the mother and not the child within? Rudra sighed. They could keep all their cleverness and their hatred and their petty manipulations and little schemes and their dirty allegations and go about pretending to wear a robe of purity. They could throw their stones and cut him up with their tongues and their parochial intentions. He knew one thing for sure: he would meet his children when they met in the spirit. He would be able to live with his children for eternity in his father's home when they all met after they had dropped their bodies and left this abused planet. He had already paid for his sins by being kept away from his little children, a price that even the most barbaric criminal and murderer did not have to pay. For even the worst terrorist or criminal got a chance to meet his or her family once in a while in the confines of the cell. So Rudra had paid his price. He had carried his cross. He had done it quietly, silently, without nurturing any hate or malicious wrong in falling. We all fall. We all have fallen sometime or the other in some life or the other. The important point is not to
I
get
think you
crushed.
missed a line,
No, you missed a line.
Archana ji. Malicious
You missed
schemes
this. Yeah, you missed this. Even now,
Huh.
without
Malicious
nurturing. Just
schemes. Huh. Even now, there was no hatred. Sadness? Yes. As Baba often told him, there's nothing wrong in falling. We all fall. We all have fallen sometimes or the other in some life or the other. The important point is not to get crushed, not to bicker, not to hate, not to abuse, and be negative to God or the worst or those who are trying their best to ruin you. If you succeed in rising above the situation with grace, then, son, you have not fallen, but actually risen far above what you possibly would and could have without undergoing the pain and agony. Heaven is not filled with those who have never fallen. It is filled with those who have overcome their circumstances, shortfalls, weakness, and most of all, those who have learned to let go gracefully and leave all the results to Him, the Maker. Heaven is filled with failures who got to their feet, dusted their clothes, smiled, and walked on with God on their lips and heaven in their hearts.
Yeah, just hold.
Huh.
What is the takeaway from this para?
Go. Can I say something?
Yeah, everybody.
Okay. Just go through any situation life gives you with gracefully, without having any hatred, any bad feelings towards why this situation you're going through or blaming someone.
Mhm.
And,
I
and
have
that's
one.
how you will
Yes.
achieve the graceful living. That's what they call it, and that's how you achieve that go more closer to the God.
Correct. Yeah. Any other viewpoint?
Sir, I remember one fact which I don't know where I heard from which master I heard, but they were saying that, like, when it comes to balancing and releasing the karmas and all that, so we all go through our karmas, like, and especially when this such kind of situation comes, which is tough and which is challenging and all that, people think and then think, "Arey, ye to mera karma" and all that, and then they take it, but they have this all this bitter feeling or why me and all that. So they say you're balancing it, but you're not releasing it. Releasing it happens when you acknowledge with dignity, with whatever they're saying in this paragraph, like not to bicker, not to get crushed, not to hate, not to abuse, and be negative, either towards a god or whoever the person or the situation which is challenging you. That's when the karma is released. But me, I remember that that statement
Yes.
from some master.
Actually, that interpretation is like this.
Mhm.
What do you think karma is spiritually?
Action and reaction, like whatever you have done comes to
Your
you.
soul plan.
Okay, let us say the soul plan. What in the soul plan?
What are you going?
Lessons to be learned. Right?
Lessons to be learned. Yeah.
Lessons to be learned, right? Now, in order for you to learn the lesson that you have to learn, you have created a situation, right or wrong? Before your birth,
Yes.
you have created your situation. Now, having created the situation, you do not remember that you created the situation, hence this bickering and all that. But if you look at it as an opportunity to learn, which is the purpose of your life, yeah, if you are able to look at it from the perspective of it being an opportunity to learn, only then will you have been, you would have learned, and the resistance would have got eliminated. Correct? That means
Yes.
you have wholeheartedly accepted that. You have not accepted it
Yes.
under duress.
Mm.
You have accepted it with the understanding, and you have
Gracefully.
taken your lesson from it. Only then would you have actually take it as the, you would have taken it as the wisdom
Lesson.
that has
Experience
come
or
to you.
lesson.
Right? That is what he is referring to. That is the way to look at situations that are beyond your acceptable limit. When something has gone wrong, don't blame the others. Don't blame yourself too. Understand that you are learning something from that scenario. That is maturity. That is what you should aim for. That is the message that is. Any question?
Sir, I have a comment.
Yes.
Uh, as you're saying, I know I joined late, but I'm just talking about this particular comment you're making. I think it's nice to realize this when we are not in deep into a situation, like for us or maybe anybody who's not, because learning this lesson later on when we are in the situation, then we can act the way you're saying. I can see around me, my family itself, my brother itself, they are deep in the situation, and how much ever we say it or how much ever they want to learn, they don't see that when they're deep in that pain and all that they're going through. So I think it's great for all of us to keep this as a lesson now, and when we face situations, we are able to handle it the way we should. It's just a
That is
comment
the-
that I want.
Tell me one thing.
Yes.
Whoever is the person who is suffering, right?
Mhm.
He is in a situation that is analogous to the previous para that we studied,
Mhm.
right?
Can you
Because
repeat that
he
last
is still-
sentence, sir? I couldn't hear.
Sir, your
Yes.
voice is a little low, sir.
Am I talking too low?
Yes,
Let
sir.
me just check my. Why I have got such a booming voice? How can you say that?
I can
Then
hear, but
మీ
no, no, no.
microphone
Here is
voice
the
కొంచెం
here is the
I can
culprit.
hear, sir.
సార్ దట్ వాల్యూమ్ బార్ కొంచెం పుల్ చేయండి సార్ యా
I have to remove this. No, it's not going there. Now I am clear.
నవ్ ఇట్ ఇస్
yeah, it's
Yes,
better.
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, now it is good.
Hmm.
This is the maximum. I cannot do anything here. Okay. So what I was trying to say was, whoever is living under the cloud, right, of a situation, that means he is under the control of the cloud. He is not in control of the cloud. He is under the control of the cloud. He will not be able to do this part.
Yes, sir.
Are you
That's what
getting
I
me?
was saying.
Yes. So that cloud is what whoever wants to get out of it should focus on. He need not focus on
సార్
this side. He will not be able to focus. Yes, Madhu.
like sir, before spirituality and after spirituality in general, what I understand is before people come into spirituality or before that inclination, including me, if I had some problems, I would just tell that maybe it's because my own karma that I got, or it's because of me only, I only brought it upon myself. I would accuse that. And if I believe in God, or maybe I won't accuse God for my, personally, but there are people who do that. So it's either the karma or the person whom or the higher God whom they believe in. But after coming into spirituality, personally, I feel from all the knowledge that we have learned, there is a reason why it came into our life. Either we bought it as a learning so that we could grow, learn that and grow, or it is because of our own past karmas to take off that past karmas that we have brought it upon us. So that is the thing, sir. My understanding.
That is correct. That is correct.
Yeah, I
But
echo with
even in
Madhu.
that karma, see, even in that karma, the fundamental thing, since all of us are here reading this book, the message for us is there is always a cloud whenever something that does not go in line with what you are expecting. There is always a cloud. The question that you have to ask yourself at that stage
What
is,
kind of?
am I controlling the cloud or is the cloud controlling me? Which is the situation that you want to be? Based on that, you can take your decision. Right? It is like a cat on the wall. One side fire, the other side water. Which one will he take?
Sir, swimming నేర్చుకొని వాటర్ లో దూకడమే బెటర్ కదా. Okay.
నేర్చుకున్నవాడంటే he is already here. He is out of it. He knows what to do. He is
Yeah,
not living in that cloud. Your analogy is correct, but The application of that is he has already crossed, right? He knows which way to go. He is controlling himself, right?
Right. Yes.
That is the difference.
Hmm.
Yeah. Let's proceed.
The more you fill yourself up with your master's name and thought, the more you get filled up with his or her energy, and automatically you become a medium for your master.
This is a beautiful summary.
Huh. Rudra went for a long walk on the beach. 2 weeks had passed and there was no sign of Baba. No, that would be a wrong statement. 2 weeks without any physical interaction with Baba. The fact remained that Baba was with Rudra all the time. Rudra could feel the old man's presence. He could sense Baba's energy through the day. It was surreal, this intimacy. It was exhilarating. It was even bizarre. Whatever it was, Rudra loved this connection. He sat under a palm tree and lit a cigarette. The sky was overcast and he hoped it would not rain. He had no strength to jog to his cottage and no peculiar craving to get drenched. The housework was not much, but it was something he had neither interest nor patience for, especially when he had to do it for himself and not for Baba. When the old man was with him, Rudra loved doing everything, as he knew it was for the comfort of the sage. It was so important to love somebody. The very act of loving made life's little chores and do's and don'ts so worth the while. Only the blessed had the opportunity to really experience true and selfless love. For selfless love not only enhanced the recipient's life, but one's own too. Now he understood why mothers love to cook, why parents work so hard all their lives to provide their children with the best of education, skills, and give them all the quality raw material to build a great future on. At least they try to provide whatever is humanly possible for their little animals. No, for their little animals, sorry, little children. I thought I read it wrong. Love convinces the sun to shine, the earth to revolve, flowers to bloom, seasons to change, crops to grow, art to blossom, babies to gurgle, and lovers to sigh. It is God's love for us that makes all the above things possible and keeps our planet from self destructing a million times faster than it really is. For some odd reason, Rudra remembered his close friends, those who chose to stay by him and those who preferred to walk away. The odd part was that he missed all of them. He missed all those who once loved him and whom he loved. Maybe they were no longer together. Maybe they did not wish him well. Maybe they were angry or hurt with him. But the fact remained that a small part of his soul died each time a relationship withered away. Be it friend or lover, a small part of him did die with the earthly end of the relationship. Oddly enough, he still loved them, still wished them well, still would do all that was possible to help and protect them. How can one begin to hate somebody one has dearly loved at some point in one's life? To love somebody, anybody, be it man, woman, child, pet, country, religion, whatever, means to have opened one's heart and soul and allowed the energy to blossom within. It means you have given permission to your soul to allow a piece of you to be possessed and nurtured by that loved one. A part of you and your soul belong to that loved one. If the love was real, there can be no hate. How can one hate the memories of love and laughter and companionship and tenderness? If it was possible, then Rudra was blissfully ignorant about such worldly procedures. Beautiful. As long as a human being tries to walk the path of God, as long as a person wants to talk the path of light, that person is all right, as that person, just with intentions, is already on the path. Who are we to judge? Let only the fakir do the judging.
Right? See, this is a very important takeaway.
Beautiful.
As long as a human being tries to walk the path of God, as long as a person wants to walk the path of life, that person is all right. As that person, just with intentions, is already on the path, right? So a person who is able to, who desires to walk, and that is a burning desire, he is all right, even if it is his intention. So One needs to lead his life with the realization that he should not be judging. When is it that you don't judge?
When you work out of pure and universal unconditional love for everyone, when
Hey,
you
itna
think that
bada
you
hai
are
ye.
one.
Why
When you
do you
love,
want to
when
become?
you love
Why
someone.
No,
everyone
so that's what
wants
the.
to become Shashi Tharoor? Don't.
Arey, nahi sir, no way. Not at all that English, sir.
No, don't
No, just
challenge
when you
me.
love someone,
When you love
when
someone,
you
yeah. That's
when you love someone,
No, all those are outcomes. The fundamental
what was the
thing
question,
is
sir? What was your question, sir?
Attachment with detachment.
When you
sir.
don't allow, yeah, sorry.
see, when is it that you are going to be able to walk
Non-judgment.
non-judgment?
when you see them all as one, as you.
Okay, very theoretical, very philosophical, more practical.
विंध्या हम दोनों एक ही चीज बोल रहे हैं जब से.
The most
Sir,
practical
When
for
is
you,
me,
when you're
जो सिखाया
So don't
वही
let-
बोलते हैं ना.
अरे आप सब लोग इकातोली का पूरा किताब पढ़े कि नहीं पढ़े?
वो उसी से तो बोल रहे हैं सर.
power of now,
उसी से तो बोल रहे हैं.
हाँ,
power
so
of
when
now,
you're
sir.
comfortable with the situation, sir, or when you're comfortable
When
with
you're
life.
not affected, when you don't allow yourself to be affected by whatever.
that is the right word, and that is only
Yeah,
possible when you are living in the present.
Wow. We are in a different zone.
क्या आंसर था सर, एक बार फिर से बोलो. किसने बोला? विंध्या?
Power of now.
नहीं,
आपने
मैंने
2
कुछ नहीं बोला.
चैप्टर भी कंडक्ट किया उसमें.
हाँ जी.
The power of
Sir,
now.
your answer
Live
can.
in the present. Live in the present.
Okay.
But sir, how does that help
So,
being
yeah, I was
non-judgmental,
about to ask
sir?
the same. How does that
How
come?
does it help?
Not judgment.
See, madam,
Can I not judge?
when you are judging, right? Are you living in the past or in the future?
Present.
Past. No,
Present.
No. No.
past.
हम लोग मुंह बंद कर लेते हैं सर
You
थोड़ा.
are living either in the past or you are worried about your future. That is when you are judging.
How? Can we not judge like right now? Can I not say how nice you're talking?
Huh?
Can I not pass a
So-
judgment on you right now? Being what you're saying right now, what
No.
about
This
it?
is not on others. This is on yourself. You are judging on yourself. Now, even judging on me, pass a judgment. Make a statement, Vidya.
What you're saying makes so much sense. So I think you're very wise.
Now, tomorrow I make a mistake. What will be your
Yeah,
reaction?
that is tomorrow. That is in the time power of now.
Correct.
Then.
So, right. But then you will not be in the present then, no?
No, I'll base on what present you're doing right then.
No, that is not
Vidya
living
ma'am.
in the present.
Vidya ma'am,
You
Yes,
you
are,
have, Vidya
you are
ma'am, you
able
have
to
Yes.
accept and
you-
move on. Only then it is living in the present.
when it comes to Chandra sir, you have an opinion on Chandra sir. You have a memory of what Chandra sir is. You have a raw material of what Chandra sir is. So depending on that, you are making any type of assumption for a judgment.
So you're saying I can't make a judgment based on right now,
When you
whatever
are in
you're
the
doing.
present, when you are in the present and you don't have any preconceived notions of what Chandra sir is or what that is, this is nothing of the past and live in the present, then the judgment won't come. He's
I
right,
think
he's wrong. all
continuous,
these
what
things
you're
won't
saying
come.
makes sense, continuous judgment, like same judgment. But anytime, whatever is happening, then I say, maybe next time he doesn't, I say, no, sir, what you're saying doesn't make sense. So I don't know. I'm just saying, like,
It's
you
by
know,
second by second.
But there's a
You're
difference.
making
There's a
assumptions the
slight,
previous second.
Vindhyaji, there's also a slight difference between saying what you're saying doesn't make sense, and the other part is to say what he doesn't speak sense.
yes, I
So
understand. I think
making
I
a
said it too
judgment on the
fast.
character
Uh-huh.
and carrying that judgment forward, or having something that he has done earlier and carrying that judgment to now, is different from what is happening right now is this,
So-
not
so
to
let
compare
me-
with the previous.
the
let me ask
behavior and
you-
the person are different.
Let me
But
ask you.
we
So that
often
means
tend to judge the person by
yeah.
what that person has.
no. So judging doesn't have to be negative, right? It
Oh,
That is
Vindhya, you're
clarified.
speaking my mind. Vindhya, you're speaking my mind, Vindhya.
we
I'm
both
so
are
sorry,
in
same
sync.
thing. Yes, we are in
No,
sync.
Anything,
great.
yes,
Now let
even
me
that.
हाँ,
let
ये
me
बात मुझे
try.
बताइए सर.
See, are you being influenced by that question?
Mm.
If you are
About
not
judgment?
getting, yes. If you are
No, I'm
getting
trying to
influenced,
understand, sir.
no, that's what I'm telling. See, if you are under a cloud or outside the cloud,
Today it's
I
not
will
cloudy
repeat
here,
the
sir.
same question.
No, but that's what, sir. Judgment is only negative or positive. Like, then what is like, okay, if I say some girl is like laughing very nicely and I'll say, oh, wow, she's like so, matlab,
That is
bindas
not
and
a
all that. So is
judgment.
it not judgment?
That
Yeah,
is not
that
a
is
judgment.
opinion about. No, sir.
अच्छा.
But if you're in
मेरे
the
को वही-
now, does that mean that I don't have any opinion about the other person?
Should
If
you?
I'm in
Should
the
it matter?
it
If you
shouldn't
are in
matter.
the- Ah.
No,
But
I'm
it crosses
thinking.
your
Now you are
I'm not
now,
saying.
now you are getting to the answer, Vindhya.
No, you're making me say it, but I'm not connecting to it.
Vindhya ma'am, I think the idea of power of now, you're not getting the idea of power of now.
I
Yeah.
thought I
अभी
got
तो नहीं
it,
आ रहा है.
Ravali
Power
ma'am.
of
So
now
sad,
leaves
right?
every second,
no.
Vindhya ma'am. Every second, every
Ravali,
minute you breathe.
that power
You
of
leave your
now, Vindhya is applying it with a small change. Now has become then.
No, sir. I understand what Ravali ma'am is saying. It's so small, like, a moment. And you cannot
The movement is
really
so
judge.
small that you
Yes.
need to leave
Exactly.
that moment, and the
So
next moment become fresh.
You're trying to
It becomes
say,
fresh.
make it an experience rather than an opinion, right?
Yeah, just leave
That
it.
is
Just leave
no,
it. Enjoy
no.
that moment and leave it.
See,
No, but
then the problem is if that opinion that you are creating is going to influence your decision, then you are under the control of that opinion. That
Okay.
is when
Understood.
judgment is not. That is why
Yeah,
you
but
should not judge. What is
I'm not
what is the
disagreeing
difference between
with you. I'm
opinion,
just trying
opinion and judgment, sir? What is the difference between opinion and judgment?
See, there is no difference. But
No difference.
right, unless you are getting, like Madhu said, unless you are getting attached to that and you are letting your self get under the influence of that judgment.
You're a
You got it or you did not get it still?
I think I'm understanding what you're saying. I think you're saying not to let you get influenced by it. So
I mean,
I think
Vindhya
my
ma'am, there are two
definition of
ways you
judgment
can.
was different.
There are two ways you can
If
see
you read
judgment.
this,
That
then
is a
what
judgment for yourself. Sometimes you need to take some decisions in your life. You need to put your thoughts into perspective and take some decisions in your life. That becomes your self-judgment or something. I mean, it's the English vocabulary, and the other part is you try to judge other people based on your opinions of the other person. We even talked about it. It's Seth, right?
exactly.
You
Your
are
opinions
looking
about
at
the other person does not
through your
matter. It's
lens.
their opinions.
Madhu, you are right. See,
Yeah,
that's
Madhu,
what
I
I'm
lost
saying.
it. Sorry.
No,
No,
she said you are looking at the other person through your lens.
Lens, yeah.
your perspective.
That becomes judgment. Be it positive, negative, anything. Here you need to see that there is a lens of your beliefs, thoughts, and everything that is standing in front of you, and you're looking through that. So
Like
that's why
Yes.
even
the
Padri sir says,
person
right, I
or the
love Hitler.
situation itself. It
Padri
need
sir
not
says,
be.
I love Hitler. I love for whatever the things that he has done. Sir says that. And it rarely, says that how can he say Hitler is done that this, of course, is done. But at the soul level, sir speaks it. So we don't know what it is. So that's why we have we don't have a 360-degree view on situations. So rather than having an opinion on something which we have no control over it, stay away from it. We can get restricted to ourselves. So that's why it's not good to have a judgmental view on things around us. That's what I'm feeling.
Hmm. So don't
There is
judge.
one
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 little
nice what I
suggestion.
heard
Next
somewhere.
time we should do not in English all these things, because English words from just now surrender, I clarified myself. Now judgment, I'm clarifying. I think English
Yes,
words
sir.
are not good.
Yes, sir.
Why Kanchan has
दिमाग पे
got
वाट लगा रहा है
one device for each ear.
दिमाग का वाट लगा रहा है सर
And Kanchan is listening through two devices, you see. She is all the more attentive.
नहीं हम लोग वो डबल सोल्ड है नहीं डबल समझने की कोशिश कर रही है सर इसलिए उसको ज्यादा समझ में आ रहा है ना कंचन
Left brain and right brain.
You're judging her, sir. Don't judge.
No, I'm not judging.
No, she's
I'm
talking to
not
me, sir.
judging.
She's telling to me.
No.
Maybe telling to me.
See, it is the power of now. Apply the power of now. At this moment, Kanchan is wanting to hear through 2 ears. Am I wrong?
एक इंस्ट्रूमेंट यहाँ पर एक इंस्ट्रूमेंट यहाँ पर
Yes, you are wrong, sir.
Uska
Then why
internet
to-
issue says, sir, she doesn't want to miss anything. That's why.
I know, she is like Mr. Natarajan in Chandra Sir's meditation. Anyway,
Sir,
Archana,
for
proceed.
some reason,
that is judgment.
I feel
Yeah,
whenever
go
a
ahead.
situation happens, people are either neutral or have a negative judgment about it or a positive. They did this for a, they have done is good or what they have done is wrong, or I don't bother about it, or I don't want to react to it or respond, both.
So what is the question?
No. I'm telling about judgment, sir. What kind of judgment? You can have a positive judgment, a negative judgment, or be neutral to it and just understand the situation, and you won't have any kind of a judgment. Maybe we are looking for that neutral part.
So you should be
I'm
in the
thinking
neutral
and
part.
talking at the same time.
Correct. Yeah. Now who is this? Wi-Fi and mobile connection. I'm sorry. Anyway, let's proceed.
Where did we stop, sir? As long as human being tries, he stood.
He stood.
He stood up. He stood up and began to walk towards his cottage. A few yards away from it, he saw Seth and a young couple waiting for him. He cursed softly, uttered words Rudra was certain would have made Baba laugh aloud. Where was the old mischievous lion, he wondered, not without a smile crinkling his lips and a twinkle sparkling his tired eyes. Seth immediately touched Rudra's feet. This spooked our man out. He had done nothing to gain such respect. Seth was elder to him, and usually the business of feet touching was the prerogative of the young. Or one divided and touched the feet of a guru. No, or one dived and touched the feet of a guru, a master, not necessarily in the wide arena of spirituality, but also music, literature, theater, films, sport, martial arts, etc. Sir, whatever you tellings me is coming true. In America, they signing me and this is a different kind of English, sorry. Sir, whatever you're telling me is coming true. In America, they signing me and telling me to the open office there, and my daughter willing to leave the country and beginning work there, and the man then could go on and on further as tears could go on no further as tears began to gush down his cheeks, and he actually began to sob. Rudra was not very good at handling outbursts, but something within him made him understand such strong emotional outbursts and even not get embarrassed by it. You not knowing if you were not meeting and speaking with me, I would be by now being finished. Not for a moment should the piano take the credit for the phenomenal music that is created and which flows through it, for it is the musician that is responsible for the melody. Mr. Seth, just relax. I have done nothing. I still don't know how or why I even spoke to you. Maybe it was God's way of saving you, and as God was short-staffed on that particular day, he had no option but use me to help out. I have done nothing, and I have no such powers or strength to repeat the act. You saving me, and that's all I knowing. But please, please, now saving my nephew. Please, Rudraji. Rudraji, wow, he felt 100 years old already. What do you want me to do? Please help us. We are really very confused and have to take a step that can change our lives forever. My uncle has spoken so much about you. Please help us out. Rudra looked at the young man standing in front of him. He appeared to be a man involved in business. He was in early 20s, but had already seen much of life and wealth. He had that somber and aristocratic look about him. The girl was not more than 5 feet tall, but she had an earthy beauty about her that overshadowed her obvious poverty. She had beautiful eyes that seemed to be always on the verge of tears. She was not more than 20 years old. Rudra stared at the couple, and a strange sadness seeped into his very being. He realized that his breathings had once again become very calm and controlled. He was certain that something was going to force him to speak and look into the future of this young couple. He asked them to follow him into the cottage, and he entered the bedroom and sat down on Baba's prayer mat. He really had no option. All this was beyond him. Somebody was pulling the strings, and he was merely responding to the invisible tug. He stood up, entered the bathroom, and washed his hands, feet, and face. He returned and wore a bandana over his head. Something propelled him to light a few incense sticks. He sat down, shut his eyes, and began to flow with the moment. All the while, he chanted his master's name. Then it happened once again. Your mother is against this relationship. Yes. Your father has no say in the matter. Though he is a good man with good intentions, he does not have the courage to stand up for you. But he loves us a lot. He does love you both a lot, but he fears your mother more. It's sad but true. Not his fault. As a child, he was made to appreciate survival more than selfless love. He was taught to hide rather than stand up for his belief and conviction. As a child, he was made to feel guilty about expressing joy and being happy. Thus, now he hesitates to stand up for love and happiness. Anyway, you are here because your family does not want you to get married to this child. They object due to religion, financial disparity, and social standing. Yes. No, my son, they actually object because they have proposals from other families who are willing to pay a lot of money in dowry if you marry their daughter, to pay a lot of money in dowry if you marry their daughter. Lots and lots of money of which you have no idea. But they keep telling me that money is not of importance. My mother, whoever tells you that the money is of no importance, is shadow boxing. The fact is that they do not want you to get married because this girl's family cannot pay the dowry that your family desires. But why should we want dowry? We are extremely rich. Your cousin brother got married recently. Yes. He got as dowry, apart from lots of money and ornaments and other things, a very big house abroad. My God, how do you know all this? Yes, he got a studio apartment in London on Mayfair. Your mother wants to compete with your father's sister, your aunt, who she does not get along with at all. Oh, yes, she hates my aunt. Poor thing, my aunt is a good woman. Who? Now you want to know when you should marry this girl? Now you want to know when you should marry this girl? Well, for that, you'll have to do a few things. Anything for her. Good. First and foremost, you shall pray for 2 hours a day for the next 40 days. What? Every step of our life, there are choices. Every choice you make and the manner in which you make it and carry it out decides your growth and journey towards light or your further slide into very soul numbing darkness. It is never too late, but every time we delay our growth, the soul weeps, knowing that it shall take that much longer for the spark to merge with the flame. Is this your anything for
I
her?
think stop there until once.
Sure.
Tell me what is the take?
The take, I mean, every step of your life, there are choices, clearly indicates our free will.
Go ahead.
Clearly indicates our free will of aligning to our purpose of life and the karmas that we make in that process. And that was a beautiful line. Every step of our life, there are choices. Every choice you make and the manner in which you make it and carry it out decides your growth and journey towards light or your future side into very soul numbing darkness.
Yes. What else? So what else?
So when here they say the soul weeps, knowing that it shall take that much longer. So when we know that we do not go into that praying or meditation mode by delaying, then the soul feels that we are not going in the right path, and also we are not merging that spark into that flame and the higher
no.
consciousness.
No,
It's
no,
more,
not
it's
like
more aligning
No,
towards your
it's
purpose of life.
it,
And
it's
if
when
you
you
are
take
not
the wrong
aligned,
decision. It's when you
if you are
take the
not
wrong
aligned to
decision
when you
your
are
purpose of
wrong,
life,
when you're wrong.
when you are not aligned to your purpose of life,
it will take more. You have to do more janmas, like you have to come again. No, it's a longer time. So the soul will think, Abba, why didn't you do? That's the kind of weeping. You can understand that.
But when the person doesn't know what's the purpose of life, how does he?
That's why meditation comes. When
That's
you
what I
do meditate, when you are synced with
very, very rightly said. I think, I'm very happy. Yes, good.
So through meditation, then they know their life purpose, and then they align to it.
When you clear that cloud and get aligned to your higher self, that's what he gave in the two pages before. He said that the more you align to your higher self or master, you become the master, and the communication becomes easy.
Correct. Right. And the other thing is, this is another important lesson for me.
Elaborate, sir.
Not for a moment should the piano take the credit for the phenomenal music that is created and which flows through it. For it is the musician that is responsible for the melody. Now, Seth is able to foretell the future of the people who are coming to him. How? Is it Seth, the piano? I mean, no, not Seth, Rudra, the piano, or is it Baba, the music and the musician?
Rudra is the
through
piano.
Seth,
Baba.
Rudra is the piano.
Baba.
Baba is the creating music.
So the
And he is
musician
just the
is
piano.
Baba. Exactly.
The musician is the Baba. Rudra is the piano.
So, have I elaborated sufficiently, Madhu?
Yes.
Right.
Thank you.
So, right. So now what he is trying to say is, one, don't try to take credit for somebody else's.
Credit.
Right? Don't grab the credit. Because you grab it when it is not yours. Right? And then he goes here, he reverently comes back having meditated to his God, which is Baba. Right? That's what he does, right? He goes in, washes his feet, he washes everything, wears the bandhan on his head, and then comes and sits. That is when he starts getting the information that is essential. Correct? So, now with that, he is able to see things. And the other message is,
he beautifully says here, something propelled him to light a few incense sticks. He sat down, shut his eyes, and began to flow with the moment. All the while he chanted his master's name.
that is surrendering to his law, his God. That's what I was saying.
Yes, sir.
It's
Beautiful.
Here. Right. Then, after that, he is able to see the vision. That is his third eye talking.
Yes.
And not his fault, as it says. So now he is talking about the father's character. But the message here is this one. Fears. Where did the fear emanate from? Not his fault. As a child, he was made to appreciate survival more than selfless love. He was taught to hide rather than stand up for his belief and conviction. He was taught to hide rather than stand up for his belief and conviction. As a child, he was made to feel guilty about expressing joy and being happy. Thus, now he hesitates to stand up for love and happiness. Are you seeing the message there?
Sir, I was going to
Yes,
comment
sir.
on that
Say-
too. Many of us
Yes,
are
Yes,
like that.
many. I mean, go ahead, Vidya. I was going to say the
I
same.
was
Many of us.
like, as soon as you said so many pictures, not even before you said, I was trying to, I don't have the book in front. I was trying to get that line, but now you went to that. That's what stood out in my mind too. Like, so many people I know, like, or including me, maybe sometimes, were brought up like that. And I'm also thinking, are
Me
we
too.
bringing up our kids
Mm.
the same way too, not to express, and that will again be an inhibition for them in future.
Exactly. So you are training them not to live in the present. Please remember that by doing all this, that is what is the net impact. You are thinking about overcoming the challenge at a given moment, not for the future. Correct?
Yes. So those who are able to express are more living in the
So
present.
there is a lesson for parenting. There is a lesson for action versus the impact of the action.
Grandparenting.
Yeah. Right?
And
Okay.
also, as Wayne Dyer says, non-interference. Parents do a lot of interference and put their thought process and belief system into their kids. That gets carried on like genetics.
Correct. And right, the interesting thing is many times they are now trying to influence the son, not to follow his heart. Right? And then there is a lovely message here. Whoever tells you that money is of no importance is shadow box. The fact is that so you should be able to look through the stand that somebody is taking. And your action, is it harming you or harming someone else? It should not, ideally not do both. But ultimately, push comes to shove, it should not harm your learning of righteousness. Never. Just keep that in mind.
So, sir, everyone is right in their own way because of their upbringing and their background, right?
Everyone is right in their upbringing or not, but from a soul perspective, that subject gets decided on the basis of this itemized three sentences.
But
Correct or
Vidya
wrong?
ma'am, I think the question that you are asking is that, okay, we can understand till the age of 16 years where you have influence on chakras and everything. But after that, when you become conscious, become that individual consciousness where you are aligned to the higher self, I think it becomes your responsibility. Like as Chandra sir was telling, people will shadow box you and it's your responsibility to check. That's what we are clearing our thought process and belief systems, right? We grew up in a different belief system, each one of us.
Exactly.
But the moment we are reading books, we are listening to things, we're changing it, right? We got that tool.
I understand what that is for our own self and our own enrichment or benefit, right? But I'm trying to say to understand other people, where they come from.
Yeah.
Like it's so, I mean,
eventually
they
you
are,
can't say that it's not possible because they come from that system, but everyone has a right to change.
true, they should. But I'm saying to judge someone because, like the father was like,
That's
not
why no
listening,
judgment.
but
That's why no
that's
judgment.
right. Yes, yes.
That is
That's
why
what
no
I'm saying. It
judgment.
helps.
Exactly. Yes.
That helps me to not judge. I'm saying to know that, everything is because of how they were brought up, how they are. And I don't know.
Now, as a soul, read this sentence. Every step of our life, there are choices. As a soul, read it. Yeah? Every choice you make and the manner in which you make it and carry it out decides your growth and journey towards light, which is your evolution. or further slide into very soul-numbing darkness.
True.
It is never too late, but every time we delay our growth, the soul weeps, knowing that it shall take much longer for the spark to merge with the flame. I'm sure everyone's perspective of this particular sentence earlier to now would have undergone a tremendous change after our discussion. If someone has a question still, let us raise.
Sir, I understand everything, but I want to know how can we figure out when the soul is weeping? What are the signs that the soul is weeping, sir?
Okay, you are from spiritual tablets. When you deviate from your purpose in life, what is the
Your
first
health.
thing that will vanish?
No,
Your health
ailments.
starts.
It will
Yeah, you
manifest
have.
as a warning. It will manifest as a warning. The warning could be from a guru. The warning could be from your body. It could be from messages in your dreams, or it could be something physical on your body. Right? There are 4 different sources. If you don't see it now, doesn't matter. Your soul will weep a little more because it will become a serious chronic ailment over a period of time. Still, if you don't recognize, God help. You got the point, right, Madhu?
Yes, sir.
Madhu, I have to say this. I don't know, usually I'm trying not to watch too much of TV, but I was watching something yesterday. There was this some Lebanese serial or something I was watching, and it's translation, but surprisingly that girl asked the person, he's not feeling well, and first thing she asks is, are you not, I mean, inside, are you not feeling good? Is something bothering you? So he says, why? She says, her grandmother tells her that your soul, when it's not well, first your soul starts feeling bad, and that reflects on your body. So this, I'm saying, from coming from spiritual tablets, we all see that, but coming from a regular this thing, I found that so, and now that you asked, so soul, when it's not happy, it reflects in the body, and if you don't catch it, then I think, I don't know, I just felt like saying, I heard this yesterday. So.
No, that's a good one, because see, for those who are not from spiritual tablets also, right? If something is not okay, it is the body that gets to know. It could be by your intuition that you are not well. How do you know you got a stomach pain?
You
Because
feel
of
the pain
feet.
in that part.
Right? How do you know you got a headache?
Same thing.
Pains, senses.
Right.
Sense.
The same thing, you sit and do 15 minutes, 11 minutes, Wim Hof, half of it will go away. So what have you done?
Energizing.
Correct? So when energy is low, it is a disease.
True. That's when you catch a disease too. When you're low is when
Exactly.
disease comes.
Exactly. Exactly.
I like the way they asked first thing, instead of, are you sick? Instead of that, is something bothering you, is what she asked. So I was thinking maybe that should be the approach, instead of, looking, oh, you have stomachache, you have headache. So,
Exactly. Right? No, that is taking you to the next level. Just like in that Genesis lesson on who am I when we were discussing, it is the reverse of that.
yes.
So you will go back to each and every item based on where you got the pain. Yeah.
And that line that you said, that the soul weeps, and saying that it has to again undergo, that's so profound. So I don't know. I feel so bad.
All the itemized items in this book are probably for our wall posters.
Sir, every word in this book, like every paragraph, has so much wisdom.
I know. But
that spark and flame can be like, spark is what that particular lifetime.
Spark to merge with the
this,
flame. Yes.
the sub part of the soul, which merging with the flame is like again going back to the
source.
oneness self.
When
Yes,
we leave the
source.
body, our soul is going to the source.
Yeah, it is going towards. Now that he says, my home. If you had observed earlier, somewhere in capital C writes, I will go towards my home. Where was that? Somewhere he says that, no, my home. When he was fighting about these children and all that, somewhere he uses that word. Yeah. Yeah. He would be able to live with his children for eternity in his father's home. Both father F and home, both are capital. We observe that.
So it's like merging. Father is referred to like God, or
Yes.
basically going back after
And
death.
home. His home is not this world. That is also what it is saying. So let's move on.
It's
Where are we?
basically after the body dies, like from
Yes.
after going from the body. Where his
So any
children
other
also,
question?
after they finish, they will also join.
Yes. Yeah. So who's next? Any other question? Otherwise,
I'll
we'll-
read, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, can
go
someone
ahead.
take? I'll start going into the queue.
I'll read.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, please. Thank you. Bye bye.
Okay. From is this right, sir?
Yeah.
Is this
Is
your
this
anything
your-
for her?
Yeah. Good.
I mean, I don't pray for 2 minutes. 2 hours is just too much. Why is it too much? If you pray for just 10 minutes every hour, you're awake and you shall pray for more than 2 hours every day. Are you trying to tell me you cannot keep 10 minutes of every hour for God? There was silence in the room. For Rudra, all that was transpiring in the room seemed too surreal to be given any importance at all. He would wake up soon, was his logic and consolation. Logic and
Grapple with-
consolation to grapple with
grapple
the
with-
strange reality. Tell me, son, in order to achieve your dreams, is 10 minutes of each hour asking too much of you? No, the way you put it does not sound too taxing. But what do I pray? Anything you want. You worship Swami Akalkot Maharaj. My God, how did you know all this? It's my business to know, son. I deal in the realm of the soul, my child. It is very taxing. It is a very taxing profession. There are no second chances in my line of work. Only the fortunate and the blessed are allowed to associate with us. But once they do, we never ever let go of the partnership. That is why you are here. You did not want to come here, but something forced you to come here. That force was the result of a long-term relationship spanning many lifetimes and evolutions. Well, that we can talk about later. Now we came back to you and what you can do so that you will be able to be by her side for eternity. First and foremost, you shall pray for 2 hours a day. You shall light oil lamps morning, evening, and night. You shall keep aside 5% of all that you have earned last year for charity. You shall give that money with your own hands to somebody or some charity house that really needs it. All this in 40 days, mind you. The last thing, all money that you have saved in cash and kind, you shall give it to this girl. Nobody should know about this, but you have to do this in 40 days' time. If you do all this, I promise you, for eternity, this girl shall be only yours. The boy nodded. He looked
I
at the
think
girl.
just stop here. 8 minutes. Huh? Really.
Yes, sir.
Hey guys, what do you feel after reading all this para?
Commitment, sir. Commitment towards the girl is all.
Well,
it's showing
think
up.
a little bit beyond. I think Ravali got it. Does it
Attachment,
not
Mika.
sound like our...
Detach.
No, no.
Oh, if he'll give all
Well,
his
does
money
it
and
not-
everything to her, her
That's what
parents
I'm
are
saying. No
destined to
attachment.
get her,
No
ma'am.
more.
No, not that. Does it not sound like our spiritual tablets prescription?
Yeah,
Sir,
40 days.
But are you this harsh, sir? You tell everyone, give your money to somebody, give everything to somebody.
No, I don't take them that far, but I ask them to do the 40 days meditation because that will streamline many things in them. You don't have to tell them so much.
Do they also ask, sir, 2 minutes I can't do, how can I do 40? Then you can say every hour, 10 minutes, it'll work.
I do that.
One of our patient
that.
got says that.
No, we did exactly that. We did that.
So that's why I'm saying you can say it the way he says. Is 10 minutes in an hour too much? Sorry.
No, that's exactly what I said someone.
Oh, that's
Anyway,
nice.
yeah, let's continue. The boy nodded. Riyaji.
Yes, sir. The boy nodded.
Boy.
He looked at the girl who blushed, and Rudra found it hard to breathe. Tears welled up in his tired brown eyes, and his throat felt choked. In a second, he had seen the future, and it was as Baba had predicted. You shall take this money and put it in her name in a fixed deposit in some reputed bank. All this has to be done in 40 days. Do you understand? I will. That is not a problem. But you promise you'll be mine then, and my family will not create any problem? It will be beyond your family to stop your union with her. This is my word. And you, my child, you shall come after 2.5 months. You have to. Do you understand? Yes. Good. Now go. God be with you. Allah Malik. Sai Ram.
So
my child who wants to.
now this particular last sentence here, right, brings out something very interesting. What is that?
He's using both the.
It is not he who is using those sentences.
Yeah, that is Baba's words actually. Allah Malik and Sai Ram both.
Yes. So this everything is coming from Baba through him as the instrument.
Channeling Baba.
Yeah.
Just like Seth and Jane Roberts said.
Yes. Right? He is even predicting.
Yes.
So in that case, earlier when he was talking to Baba,
Baba
feeling
was
the
physically
presence.
with him.
Yeah. So that was
Baba
not
was
channeling
physically,
them.
no, that was not channeling.
Okay.
He was there, right? Physically was making chai. I mean, he's telling Kashli.
Ohito. So it's both that and this in this book.
Yes, yes. Yeah. So my child, madam, back to you.
Yes, sir. So my child who wants to die but hasn't yet figured out a way to live, what does your soul throb with? Yourself or godliness? The young couple stood, touched Rudra's feet. He no longer flinched and left the room. Rudra stood up and walked towards Seth. Make sure he does his prayers, charity, and puts all his money in the girl's name. It is very important. Important for him and the girl. Rudraji, all will beings well? Rudra stood up and exhaled. He felt tired, so very tired that he was certain somebody had sucked the marrow out of his bones. He had seen the future, seen it in a glance. He felt sick, cold, and even frightened. He looked at Mr. Seth and saw deep concern and helplessness. The boy will die in 9 weeks, Mr. Seth. I'm sorry. There is nothing you or I can do about it. For his soul and for the future of this girl, Baba wants him to do all this. Prayers and charity will help his soul. The money will help this girl who will never marry. Thus will be able to look after herself till she dies at the age of 49. She has nearly 30 years more of living to do. Baba wants her to be taken care of. If she suffers, then this boy's soul will never be at peace. And trust me, you don't want that to happen to your worst enemy. Leave aside somebody you love. Make sure all this happens and keep quiet. If you don't, I will never allow you to meet, ever. Do you understand me? Don't letting him die. Please, Rudraji, don't letting him die. He's like my son. In his astrological chart, he has a life till 78. What has not been mentioned in this chart is that for more than 50 years, he'll spend it on bed, paralyzed and with serious health problems resulting from the accident he's going to be involved in 9 weeks' time. I would rather he dies once than die every day for the rest of his long life. Left to his destiny, he would suffer for 50 or more years. He will not be able to deal with being called a cripple, and he will not be able to deal with vegetating for half a century. You need lots of wisdom, strength, compassion, and humor to be able to deal with a tragedy. He does not have it. What he does have is his master's grace. His master, Swami Akalkot Maharaj's blessings shall manipulate destiny and release this boy from years and years of humiliation and suffering. That is one of the reasons he has been asked to pray, do charity, and settle this girl and her family. Their blessings and the blessings of those he shall give charity to, and the power of the prayers and his master's presence will save him from his own destiny. Now go and do as I've told, for not only will you secure this poor girl, but will save a young man's very soul itself. Mr. Seth touched Rudra's feet, and Rudra realized that in reality, Mr. Seth touched not his feet, but the feet of his master, Sai Baba or Shirdi.
Just hold there.
Yeah.
Yeah, friends, take away.
Wow, sir, that's so I didn't expect this. That's sad. I didn't know that boy was dying, and that's why all this.
So when you are under the guidance of a master, right,
Just
they
follow.
will advise you to do something which will help you. Never question a master's statement. That is the message that is coming. But then also ensure that the other person who is talking to you is really a master, not a master in theory. See, how a master thinks also is coming out very clearly, right? Yeah, any comments?
Asking that amount to be put in her account, like way ahead of thinking ahead.
No, not that. See, look at the compassion in that sentence. The boy will die in 9 weeks. Mr. Seth, I'm sorry. There is nothing you or I can do about it. For his soul and for the future of this girl, Baba wants him to do all this. Prayers and charity will help his soul. The money will help this girl who will never marry. Thus, will be able to look after herself till she dies at the age of 49. She has nearly 30 years more of living to do. Baba wants her to be taken care of. So, when a master is advising you something, there are so many things that you realize, and equally there are things that you don't realize. But when you are asked to do something, it is like in Telugu they say, no, Loka Kalyan. Right? So,
This beautiful line here, he says that we never ever let go of the partnership. That is why you are here. You did not want to
yes,
come here, but something forced you to come here. That force was the result of a long-term relationship spanning many lifetimes and evolutions.
correct. Yeah, right. So, generally, a guru and Shishya relationship also is like that.
Beautiful.
And now, go back to, you remember what the master knows, the way you surrender and all that differentiation that he explained in the
Faith.
first few paragraphs.
The three types, sir. 3 types.
Yes. Right? And the third one is what is the actual ultimate surrender. There is no give and take, there is nothing. Right? It is my master knows what is best for me. That is what he has put here. You need lots of wisdom, strength, compassion, and humor to be able to deal with the tragedy. He does not have it. What he does have is his master's grace. His master, Swami Akalkot Maharaj's blessings, shall manipulate destiny and release this boy from years and years of humiliation and suffering. So that is something, he says, is what the master knows. The master is doing it. Don't interfere is what he is telling the uncle. Right?
Yeah,
That
I
is
was
one of
about
the
to
reasons.
ask the same, sir. By asking to save the child, isn't he trying to interfere with the kid's
And the
destiny
master
or?
can do it. Master can do
Huh,
it.
but he is
Who is the
destined to die
master?
in.
See, he can live and he can die. He has got both. In the free will part of his soul plan, he has got an exit here, or he can wipe off some of the karma. There is a different way that the master has asked him to pray for 40 days through
Okay.
eliminate that karma.
Yes, like how we do 41-day meditation and ask for forgiveness.
Correct, correct, correct. So the master has told, once the master says, he would have said it with complete knowledge and wisdom.
Right.
Yeah. Beautiful. I think I am now starting to enjoy this.
Even this line, sir. So my child who wants to die but has not yet figured out a way to live. What does your soul throb with, yourself or godliness?
Correct, correct. These are all very, very powerful sentences. Yeah. So let's continue, Priya ma'am. But remember,
Yes, sir. But remember, whenever you pray, the most important thing to ask for is strength and wisdom, love and compassion to accept whatever God, Master, Destiny has in store with grace and happiness and positive surrender. This is a must. This is mandatory. Without praying this, the life force of the prayer is virtually non-existent. I'll just read that again once more.
very, very beautifully said, no?
Amazing.
So I'll read that once more. But
Yes.
remember, whenever you pray, the most important thing to ask for is strength and wisdom, love and compassion to accept whatever God, Master, or Destiny has in store with grace
Just
and
hold there,
happiness
just hold
and
there.
positive surrender.
Just hold there. Why do you think he is making such a statement? Why do you think he is making such a statement?
In case if we do not accept and then keep complaining, then we may have to repeat those experiences
No,
without
more
surrendering.
than that. No, just think about it
And
slightly.
you'll be
Just
like
think
blaming,
about it. Go ahead, go ahead. Go ahead, Priyaji.
you'll only be playing a blame game of, why God did this to me or whatever, rather than looking at how I can deal with it, using that strength and wisdom. That
Or
is
to
there.
avoid the blaming game, we had to
No,
surrender.
you all finish your answers, then I will give you a perspective. Right?
Sir, when we are asking for wisdom, then you will know why this has come to you. And when you're asking for strength, you can take it. You'll have the
No.
courage to take whatever you get.
To some
And-
extent, what you are saying is right. Now, God, Master, Destiny. What's this? Thanks everyone. Bye all. Okay. Right. Okay. See, here, just think for a moment from the soul perspective. Like they say in that Annamacharya's Wiki, పుట్టుటయు నిజము పోవుటయు నిజము నట్ట నడుమ నిజ బ్రతుకు
Natakamu.
Right? They say that. Right? Now, I hope everyone here has understood, Priyaji. ये जी आपको समझ में आया? पुट्टुटयु निजमु.
Taking birth is real, dying is also real, but in between what is
between
What
happening
is
everything
is
is
a
in between is a
drama.
drama. Correct. Keep that in the mind. Added to that, what is the purpose of your life? Why have you taken birth?
To live that drama and play that particular role.
To
To
play
live
that
that drama and play
particular
a
role.
particular role in that drama.
Correct. And also, in the process, increase your soul wisdom.
Evolve.
Hmm.
Yeah, evolve. Very right. Evolve. Right. What are the things that you require for evolving?
We need strength and wisdom.
All these
Yeah,
things
good.
are love, compassion, strength, wisdom,
Thank you.
acceptance.
Thank you. Thank you. Right? And
ఆ కూర వండటానికి ఇవన్నీ కావాలి సార్.
ante, yes.
And
Right.
possibly,
And exactly.
and possibly the experiences to apply those.
No, not the experiences. You will gain that experience and that will be your wisdom. You don't need a house, you don't need a car, you don't need all those luxuries. Not the materialistic. You may need it for surviving, right? But beyond survival, there are more important things that you require. And can you survive if you don't have strength?
No.
If you don't have wisdom, you don't have love, you don't have compassion, you do not have the guidance or grace of the Lord or Master or destiny. Right? So, you need to pray for those. That is what you should ask. Mereko, oh, de, that song is there, no? Adnan Sami's song.
कभी तो लिफ्ट करा दे.
That is not what we should ask for. That is the message.
सबको दिया है वैसे वैसे सबको दिया है थोड़ा तो हमको something like that.
Lift kara de. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for helping me there, Priya ma'am. Let's continue.
Yes. For an hour or more, Rudra just lay on the veranda sofa with his breathing gone haywire. He stared at the sea and after a while shut his eyes. The sadness still pervaded every cell in his body and his heart felt heavy. He wondered if what had transpired in there with Seth and the young couple had anything to do with his lifeless and comatose state. What was happening to him, and from where were all these strange predictions surging out? They obviously were coming from a source that had its astral fingers on the pulse of every living organism. How else could he have spoken with such authority about the young man's mother, father, grandmother, and also pinpointed to the young man's imminent death? Rudra removed a cigarette and with great difficulty managed to light it as the wind moved about with its usual exuberance. It began to drizzle and Rudra lay on his back with a cigarette between his lips and stared at the wet world outside. Where was the old man? He missed him. Rudra needed to talk to Baba and find out what the deuce was happening. The pain in his head was slightly better. He could open his mouth without feeling a dagger jab at his temples. He wondered what his kids were doing right now. It was nearing 5:30. Would they still be at school or would they be at home? Were they doing well? Hope they weren't falling ill. When they cried, did they miss him? When they saw the moon, did they remember him? Did they realize that he was dying without them? Would he ever hold them? Would he ever breathe freely and happily? Pray to your master to fill your body, mind, and soul. Aura, vibrations, channel. Every drop of blood, DNA, and cell with your master's guidance, protection, and presence. Pray to your master to forgive you, lead you, guide you, guard you. You want me to stop or continue?
You can stop for a brief minute. What is your takeaway from this itemized sentences?
That
Surrender to
it's
your
like
master,
completely
grace, positive
your
surrender.
each and every part of you completely is his to fill.
Yes. So pray for his guidance and benevolence. That's it. Yeah.
Shall I continue?
Yes.
Rudra inhaled deeply and got up from the sofa. He went to the cabinet, picked up the bottle of scotch and a glass, poured himself a large helping and slugged it down. The liquid felt like molten lava flowing down a mountain, scorching everything that came into its fiery path. The heat was so excruciating that he had no option but to open his mouth to suck in cold air. He poured himself another large peg, opened the freezer, grabbed a few cubes of ice, thrust them into the glass and walked back to the drawing room. The sun had set and the darkness was setting in rapidly. Within him, the sun had set long time, and there was only darkness. Not nightfall, but just death-like darkness. Rudra switched on a few lamps and sat on the floor with his back to the wall and looked at the sea, heard the waves and noticed the winged species outside preparing for the night. Rudra shut his eyes and inhaled in deep. He did not want to cry. Let the world plot and allege against him. He would only love them and empathize. How could loved ones all of a sudden begin to hate? When you love truly, there's no place for hate. If hate still manages to crawl into the orbit, it only means there was a void in the heart that love hadn't filled in order for you to hate, to manage a space for itself. That would mean your love wasn't all encompassing. For if you truly loved somebody, you could never hate that person, no matter what that person did to you. Likewise, Rudra could never hate those who were now against him, alleging nonsense, plotting, gossip mongering, influencing his own kids against him, turning turtle and switching sides, knowing he was all alone, while the band of hypocrites got larger by the hour. Rudra raised his glass to the sky and the sea and the world at large. He raised a toast to his kids whom he longed for so much that even death would no longer be a release from the pain he felt at their absence. He raised a toast to Baba, whom he knew, saw all and understood and forgave and never ever judged. Rudra slowly began to sip his drink. The night was young. The bottle was still full bodied.
Yeah, continue.
Can you scroll, sir? Yeah. Where?
Yeah.
He had a long way to go. 3 days later, Rudra returned to the cottage and could smell the sweet fragrance of Baba's chillam. He rushed to the veranda and hugged Baba's feet. The old man sat at his usual place on the sofa. That section of the sofa was reserved for Baba. Rudra never sat on that revered space. For a minute or more, Rudra put his forehead on Baba's feet while the old man gently caressed Rudra's long, unkempt hair. Except for one night where you drank nearly half the bottle of liquor, you seem to have really followed the path. Rudra smiled, and both the men began to chuckle. Nothing was a secret between them. Rudra was certain Baba was aware of his every thought, word, and deed. I had to break the bottle in the end to make sure you stopped drinking. Rudra nodded. He had carried the bottle to the veranda and it had slipped from his grasp and fallen off the balcony and onto the parapet where it had broken into many pieces. Don't leave me and go, Baba. I can't handle life without you. My child, I'm with you constantly. Whenever you think of me, I'm with you. If you want your master to be with you all the time, then you must think and miss your master all the time. Take his or her name all the time. The law is simple. If you want your master with you, then you too must be with your master. And I guarantee you that your master will be with you. As you sow, thus you shall reap, my son. So your friend Seth has begun to spread your name to his circle of friends and family. Baba, what is happening? I mean, all this is serious stuff. Nobody can get hurt with all this prediction. Somebody can get hurt with all this prediction business. Take that boy, for instance. Because of me, the boy will sell off all his shares and stocks and give the money to that young girl of his. He's been asked to do charity and prayers. All this because I was made to understand, and don't ask me by whom, that the boy is going to die soon, and thus all these steps are necessary for his soul and karmic balance sheet. But Baba, what if this is not true? I mean, you understand the consequences if all this is not true? First and foremost, go back into your flame and pray to her to cleanse your body, mind, and soul. Aura, vibrations, channels, every drop of blood, DNA, and cell from all negativity and ill health. Thank the flame for protecting you, guiding you, and guarding you.
Yeah, just hold this line. Just hold. Friends, takeaway of this italized sentence.
It's
Yeah,
similar
unified
Tell me
to the
how.
previous.
Yeah,
He
go
uses the
ahead.
word master. Here he's using the word flame now.
Correct. Who is flame and who is master? Both are not the same.
Yes, the master is your guide. The flame is you going back to your original self,
Okay.
your higher self.
Right.
So it's your higher self itself.
Correct.
One important thing, are you guys able to hear me, or is this creating a problem? You're all able to hear me, right? Because my headphones
Yes, sir.
ran out
Yes,
of
sir.
juice. Yeah,
I can hear you.
correct. Okay. So here, right, the flame is your what you call is your oneness. And your master is a representative of your oneness, but maybe not the same as oneness. There is a difference between the two. Flame is your supreme, because that's the spark that is necessary, and that is the one that your light is going to join. And that flame's representation is your master, in whom you have absolute trust. There could be occasions where both are the same also. But what he is saying here is to pray her to cleanse your body, mind, and soul, aura, vibration, and channels, every drop of blood, DNA, and cell from all negative and ill health. So, if something is negative, by absolute faith, yeah, and prayer could be meditation, prayer could be any form, you can bring it back to health. You can eliminate your ill health. Why that approach? That is the takeaway there.
I have a question. Why did he use flame and pray to her? So far, he was saying his father and
is generally her.
Oh, soul is generally her. Okay.
Right. Chalo, aage badhe.
Yeah. Are you calling me a liar, son? Baba, for God's sake, of course not. You are everything to me. Your word is my command. You and only you matter to me. You're all wise and knowing. You're omnipresent and omnipotent. For I know that you and God have merged, and there is no difference between the two of you. Just like there's no difference between the sea and the waves. The sea is a part of the waves, and the waves are a part of the sea. They are one and the same. It's just the form that differs. I know that. But Baba, I'm a loser. I have ruined my life, and because of me, in a way, I have ruined the lives of my children. I can't think straight. So something has come in between. Yeah. I can't. Yeah. I can't think straight to help myself. Thus, I can't think straight to help myself. Thus, how can I help others in need? You are like the world's best surgeon who can perform the most complicated operations on others, but can't give himself a simple injection. That doesn't mean the surgeon is a loser. That doesn't mean he knows nothing about surgery. He can't perform on himself, and that's the way it is. You're a dervish, you're a medium, you're a channel. No matter what the world or those against you think or opine, don't you ever doubt yourself. Karmas and karmic linkages are too elaborate and entwined. You have lived for many lifetimes and you've lived it with many of whom you are associated with, be it family ties or friends, or even those who don't get along with you or trying to harm you emotionally, physically, and spiritually. All belong to a soul group. You all have traveled together for lifetimes. You have all shared various relationships with each other: father, mother, husband, wife, grandparents, uncle and aunt, son, brother, sister, cousins, in laws, friend, servant, neighbors, driver, and even many times so called enemies. Each person belonging to the soul group tries to help the other move spiritually and reduce the karmic baggage. Sometimes the soul who loves you the most might willingly take birth as an enemy or as a tormentor in a lifetime, just to help you work out your karma. Just imagine a person who you think hates you or wants to finish you off, and in return you hate, might be your greatest well wisher spiritually. He or she may be responsible for your turning spiritual or compassionate. That very person who is creating hell in your life may bring you closer to God and prayers and spirituality, but is doing so in a manner that hurts you in the present lifetime. But maybe that is the only way you will learn the lesson. Sometimes a soul is reborn just to comfort you and be there like a rock of strength to you, because you will need that support and strength. So, son, tell me, who is your enemy? Who is your friend and who is your enemy? Maybe they're all your soul family wanting to help you and you helping them in turn. Sometimes an opportunity comes in the form of a disaster. Sometimes the only way God can find a place. One second, I lost
Sorry,
where that was.
Sorry.
Yeah. Sometimes an opportunity comes in the form of a disaster. Sometimes the only way God can find place in your heart and life is through pain and sorrow and turmoil. Life is strange, my son, and thus never form judgments or abuse or hate or say nasty things about people. Who knows? You may be harming the one who loves you the most spiritually. Son, life is not that simple. Son, we are all entwined in karma and in God. Don't hurt or hate or abuse anybody, as you don't know you may be hurting your dearest and most beloved. But you can't recognize it as the soul is wearing a different body in this particular lifetime. But always remember, I'm there for you and I'm there with you. And let me see who harms a hair on your head, my boy. But if I feel it is best for your soul and your spiritual growth and karmic cleansing that you go through accidents, disasters, emotional and physical turmoil and tragedies, then so be it. As I'm your master and I know what is best for your larger good. I know what is best for your overall good, physical, emotional, material, intellectual, and most important of all, best for your spiritual good. The Guru is all knowing, my son, and the Guru knows what is best for his or her child. The Guru knows at what speed the child has to travel, and how heavy the cross should be, and how fast the karmic cleansing should be. Leave it all to your Guru. The Guru knows best and knows it all. You have all your life wanted to serve. Well, your most fervent desire has been fulfilled. Whatsoever you most fervently want shall be granted, either in this lifetime or you will have to come again to experience what you have so fervently desired. That is the rule of nature. It never deprives a child of anything. How you go about using that gift nature has bestowed on you is up to each individual. You have wanted to serve mankind, and now you are being prepared to serve mankind, not just those living, but even those in the spirit world. If you doubt or resist, the process will only be more difficult. If you flow with nature, you shall swim the stormiest oceans with a smile.
I think we'll stop here.
Hmm.
We'll complete this cycle. Yeah, we'll
Okay.
stop here. We can just read it, but we will again discuss it. Destiny
Yeah.
is a roadmap that points out the general direction, major destinations, and gives overview of the journey to be undertaken. Avoiding potholes, bad roads, and speed breakers, and using common sense are at the discretion of the driver. Right?
Hmm.
Now, this is free will. This is your soul plan. Did you people read it that way?
Hmm. Yeah.
I'm actually tempted to continue, but then it's already 11 o'clock here. So,
I don't know about this last statement, but the whole thing, it is, wow, the whole perspective has changed so much. Who we see
The
as
guru.
enemy, maybe our spiritual guru.
yes.
Wow, that's like, it puts so many things in different perspective.
Yes. And there is nothing like an enemy. That is what he is saying, because
Yes, that's what I'm.
the nature itself is nothing but compassionate and love. Tell you, it's so wonderful. Yeah.
Sir, yesterday I was
Yes.
watching a video about a horse.
Huh.
In that movie, there was one dialogue which stick to me, sir. He says, "Common sense is not so common."
Hmm.
And I felt, wow, that is such a simple sentence but so profound.
Yes. And that's a very good observation. Yes, it is. And common sense is really not common. It is highly uncommon.
I think we should have one more word, spiritual sense.
People don't use the
I
word.
mean, that will be
All this is spiritual sense, wisdom.
no. See, if it were a tangent, it will touch the circle. But that will be bouncer going way above the head. Yeah. But I think it's a wonderful discussion so far. I'm going to stop the sharing. And where is this? Should I also stop the recording?
Yeah.
Why is that recording not visible? Ah, it is here.
It's visible, sir.